What's up, everybody? We are less than a week out from Christy competing at the semifinals. She's got a super funky looking snack. What do you got there?
Well, I was too lazy to cut my, excuse me, I'm eating, hold on.
Let's see what that thing is.
I was too lazy to cut my English muffin in half, so sometimes I just smear the peanut butter on top and I don't even toast it.
How much peanut butter is on that thing?
21 grams.
It looks like a lot of peanut butter.
It's delicious. And then I'm gonna have the baby food because I'm working on eating softer foods because it's supposed to be 88 to 90 degrees at the Granite Games, and when it's hot, I cannot stomach food very well. But we need food to compete. You guys saw my last video, food is very important. So working on finding things that work and practicing those now.
We are heading over, we're gonna test some of the movements. They just released another workout yesterday with some super heavy devil press, as well as some double dumbbell overhead walking lunges, which is 70 pounds for the guys and 50 for the girls. So that is super heavy. It is another short workout, like all of the Granite Games workouts are. This morning, just to kind of flush things out, Christy did the Torium Pro 5K run, 7K biker, 2K row. Had just kind of a moderate pace to just get some capacity work in that's not too taxing. It wasn't at like a competition pace or anything. But we're gonna head over, practice some of these movements, and kind of dial things in for next weekend.
I am also making a shake. So I finally finished my peanut butter sandwich. Now I've got my baby food, and then I'm taking 1 scoop, this is for after I work out, 1 scoop of the orange dreamsicle, and I already have my scoop of ignition in the bottom. So ignition is the carb that's gonna replenish your glycogen levels, so immediately when I'm done. And then Formula 1 is the protein that's gonna help my muscles repair, so I can wake up feeling recovered tomorrow and start the recovery process into the week. The orange dreamsicle is delicious.
So Christy is back behind me doing some warm-up drills, and while she's doing that, getting ready for our first little piece here, I was going to talk to you guys about what a taper / peaking looks like for us heading into competition. So this can vary pretty widely for individual athletes, but for us what that looks like is about 2 weeks out we'll do our taper. So it's Saturday, she'll be competing on this upcoming Friday, and that means that last week we actually brought the volume down about 50% of what we were doing. The weights will actually stay fairly heavy, but the reps will all come down, and the total volume of the workload that we're doing also drops. Then at the end of last week, so yesterday and today, we'll be bringing that volume back up until about Tuesday, and then we'll start traveling Wednesday, Thursday, and she'll compete Friday. We do like to normally do something the day before just to kind of feel, you want to feel kind of fast and fresh and not like you haven't done something in a few days, but all of the volume will drop about 2 days before, but we will start ramping up again. So I know everybody doesn't do it that way, but that's certainly what we found works well for us. And speaking of training and kind of peaking for an event, this year is going to be slightly different, or at least for the sanctional, because I think the longest time cap at the whole entire event is about 12 minutes, so everything else falls under that. So most of the time at the other sanctionals, you'll see 20-minute, 30-minute, 40-minute events, or at least a variation of those. So everything's going to be super short here. We will test out or have tested most of the events since they released them pretty early, but once we have completed them once, it's more of breaking them into small chunks, doing rest and repeat portions of them to work on high power output and really short time domains, since that's pretty much what the whole event falls into. So we'll kind of see how that plays out, but it's different than normal.
I just finished another practice run. I'm so tired of practice running these movements. I can't wait to do another movement. Kind of actually feels like regionals. So I actually just finished watching the girls at the Mid-Atlantic Challenge, and it's really exciting. It's so much fun to watch them compete, and it honestly brings back the exact memory, I think, of like my 2017 or 2018 regional when I was prepping and practicing the workouts and there was another region going, and just like trying to watch it in between. So gets me really excited, makes me nervous. Like, I'm nervous for them. I know how hard they've all worked, and I'm excited for them as well. So it also helps me get excited for stepping on the floor. But I'm just gonna try to simulate as much of a competition as I can. So fueling the way that I would fuel in a competition, hitting the intensity, and then bringing the heart rate down and recovering. And then we're gonna hit another one. So we'll have 2 per day there, and just getting used to that feeling of having hit one really intense piece, trying to recover, and then hit a second intense piece for the day. So got 1 more to go.
never again. Back on our grind, you know what it is. Yeah, this is our year. Knocked us down once, we got up again. Put in the work, so I know we gon' win. This is for real, we never pretend. We gotta win, win, yeah. I had to stop being basic. All of my dreams had to chase them. You counted me out, I counted me in. Fell off before, but never again. They boxing me out, I never fit in. Never will fold, never could bend. Just wanna win, win. Just wanna win.
Well, that session is in the books. It was tough. The last workout for me is a doozy. Overhead walking lunges are a challenge. A double dumbbell overhead walking lunge at 50 pounds is an extra big challenge. So that one will be probably the one I'm looking forward to least. But I'm glad I got to run through it. I'm glad they announced it because that would have been a really big surprise when we get there. So one more hard session on Monday. When I say hard, just high intensity. The volume won't quite be the same, but we'll definitely breathe, we'll definitely lift, we'll move, just because we're so used to doing so much that you don't just want to back off and do nothing, because then you might feel like crap. So definitely will hit a decent session, and I'll work on the movements specifically that I think I'm going to struggle with the most. So anything I feel comfortable with, we probably won't hit as much. We might just touch on them, but the stuff that I think I'm going to struggle with the most is what we'll be focusing on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. We're going to have a ton of behind the scenes stuff. I am excited. I'm also very nervous. These workouts are definitely not something that I would say fit my wheelhouse per se. They are going to be a really good challenge for stuff that Patrick and I have been working on. Like he talked about earlier, I think most of them, the caps are only 12 minutes. So the longest one actually has 3 minutes of built-in rest, and so it's a lot of heavy high power output. Every workout has something heavy. 50-pound dumbbell thrusters, a heavy wall ball, a heavy D-ball, into a heavy-ish squat clean and the tank sled on the end, into heavy devil's press and heavy dumbbell walking lunges. So the entire weekend is going to be heavy. As one of the smaller athletes, I'm just going to have to go fight. So I'm looking forward to the challenge. It's what we train every single day for, and hopefully I can punch my ticket, but we'll take you guys along the way as we leave for Minnesota this coming Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in, and see you soon in Minnesota.